Okay, in this episode of Book of the Beast, we're going to be covering the final HQ entry in Captain Badrukk. Again, this was another upgrade character that's moved to an HQ slot, which can be your warlord. And again, he's not a bad warlord, to be sure. He's obviously meant to go with flash kits, but he can go with any unit. He's not going to lose any effectiveness, and he's not a bad warlord. He's probably not the greatest, but he's not bad either. He is kind of spendy though. At actually 110 points. That's you're going to be paying that much for a warlord, for a war boss. I mean, easily. So, but he's not equivalent to a war boss. So let's just go over his stat. He's weapon skill 5, but only strength 4 and toughness 4 with 2 wounds, 4 attacks. But he's leadership 9, so that's kind of cool. He's got the Slugger Chop by stick bombs. He does have a boss pole and a Get Finder, which gives him +1 BS if he doesn't move. He's got the Warlord trait Cunning but Brutal, which is reroll saves, armor or invulnerable, so he has the chance of staying around a little bit longer. And he can take ammo runs. Giving his weapon, that may not be a bad idea. So he's got the Gold Tooth Armor, which gives him a 3-up armor save and a 5-up invul save. That's why he doesn't make a bad warlord, because he is going to have an actual invul save all to himself. And he's got the Rippa, which is strength 4 inch range, strength 7 AP2, assault 3, gets hot, which is why the ammo runs, so you can reroll those ones. And he does have the boss pole. He does have really nice leadership. So there's a lot going for Captain Badrukk, for sure. I don't think he's as good as a character as Boss Eggstruck, especially considering the points input you're going to be putting into him. But if you're going with some shooters, a very shooty army, you can't complain too much about what he brings to the table as far as shooting power goes. You're probably going to give him with... you can't run him with flash kits. There's nothing wrong with running him with shooter boys either. With those very nice saves that he has. Give him a pain boy for feel no pain on top of it. And so his gun can actually do some damage along with the rest of his unit. I'm not entirely happy that he's an HQ slot. I think he'd be better off back as an upgrade character for flash kits like he was before, because their HQ slots are already well contested. But Captain Badrukk sounds like fun. It really is a fun character. Having him able to run and lead your entire warband, which is something you couldn't do before, is kind of cool. Again, he's got an awesome gun. He's got awesome saves. Probably the best saves in the whole book by far. He is kind of spendy though, no doubt about that. And he's got the nice advantage of having that boss pole, which is something some of the other named characters don't have. And he does have, as I already covered it, the Warlord trait Cunning but Brutal, where you can reroll saves. Really not much else to say. It's nice to have that leadership 9, especially on a small unit like flash kits or something like that. In the boss pole. So he's not going to be winning many challenges, but he is a decent leader for your warband, especially if you're running a heavy shooty army. I'm not sure if I would ever use a slot. To be honest, I'd rather go with a second pain boy and just run 2 pain boys for my HQ slots than probably Captain Badrukk, because he's doesn't really add a whole lot other than that really nice leadership 9. But then a war boss does that and gives you the WA on top of it. So, you're probably not going to be seeing Captain Badrukk a whole lot, just like before. He's very expensive. He doesn't really add a whole lot to whatever unit he's in, and doesn't really add a whole lot to your army in general. But he is cool, no doubt about that. The model is awesome. The gun is awesome. The saves are awesome. The price, the stats, utility, not so much. The free Buddha King, that's kind of cool. So really not much else to say about Captain Badrukk. You can run him if you want to. I probably won't ever run him, or even flash kits for that matter. But it's cool that he stayed in the book, unlike some other named characters I won't get into. But he could still, I think he would have been better off as an upgrade to the flash kits instead of his own separate HQ choice. As I said, your HQ slots are already going to be heavily contested. So that's really it for this episode of Book of the Beast. Another really quick one, because there really isn't a whole lot to say here. If you're thinking about running Captain Badrukk as an HQ choice, let me know in the comments below. and we'll get the discussion going. And thanks for watching.